motivational speakers you've listened to throughout your life? Like, how many of them? So many of them, right? Yes, I could guess that. Welcome to Dreams to Dollars, a YouTube series where we encourage young people to embrace processes, who preach hard work and fun-filled and purposeful life while journeying to destinations. A whole lot of young people be out there listening to motivational speakers every day, every second, every minute. But the big question stands out. Are motivational speakers lying to you? Here's what we're going to find out in today's episode. Today we've got like tons and tons of motivational speakers all over the place preaching messages that are almost similar but very different in their ways. But at the end of the day, listening to these motivational speakers, does it really help you? Does it really make a difference in your life? That is a big question to answer. I mean, how many of them have you listened to and how much has changed by listening to these people? Does it mean they're lying to you? Perhaps, perhaps not. Now, in the next few minutes, I'll be telling you what you're doing wrong. It's not that the motivational speakers are lying to you, not necessarily. Of course, I can't testify to the veracity of everything that each motivational speaker out there preaches, but there's something I can tell you for sure. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to be telling you why you keep listening to motivation and you do not change, like nothing improves in your life. I'm going to be explaining in depth what the problem is, what is causing all that. Is motivation bad for you? Is motivational speaking just an act? Do these people just tell lies to earn a living? What's happening? So let's dive into that. 9 out of 10 people that I know would probably listen to someone who has already succeeded in getting to where they want to get to than listening to someone who has not yet gotten there. Makes sense, right? I mean, if you're trying to get to a destination, it just makes sense to get advice from somebody who has traveled that road before. Makes a lot of sense. The issue is, these people tell you the peaks of what you're supposed to do. These people give you the highlights, but they don't really get into detail about how you're supposed to go step by step to these places. It's not that what they're saying is a lie, no, it's probably not a lie, but they skip a lot of important steps. There are a lot of gaps in what they say. So a motivational speaker is probably going to tell you, you've got to believe in yourself, you've got to work hard every day, you've got to stop listening to the negative things that people tell you. Now here comes a big problem. Believing in yourself is easy to hear, it's easy to remember, but what does believing in yourself mean in an everyday life? Like, what do you do to believe in yourself? What do you do to block the negative things that people tell you? What do you do to survive each little day and then move to the next before you get to the peaks, before you get to the level where these people are? That is the big question. Here's what I think. I think it's really, really good to listen to motivational speakers because they've probably traveled through the roads that you wish to travel through and they have much more experience. But the reality of it is that the formula they are going to give you, it's going to tell you to work hard. It's going to tell you to believe in yourself. But it's not going to tell you what working hard means in your everyday life. It's not going to tell you what believing in yourself means every time that you wake up and step out of your door. And that becomes a problem. We cannot contextualize these preachings to our everyday lives. Now, what is my advice on how to contextualize this preaching? Okay, hear me out. So don't just let yourself be motivated and be inspired by these people who have already made it. It's good. Letting yourself be inspired by them is totally okay. But you cannot depend on that solely. Look around you and let yourself be inspired by people who are still journeying the same path you are journeying. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. So just look around you. There is a neighbor, there is a classmate, there is a friend, there's a relative who is practicing believe in yourself day by day, who is practicing consistency day by day. I mean, who knows how to block negative energy day by day. But you're probably not going to let yourself be inspired by them because that makes you small, right? You learn from them means that you're the small person in it. I'll shock you. In as much as the person who has already gotten to the destination where you're headed for can give you directions and advice on how to get there, the person who is still taking that journey with you or who is just a few meters ahead of you can show you practical steps. Raise your right foot, raise your left foot. You've got to escape that rock. Watch out for that muddy path. I don't know. And that is advice that is much more useful to you, but you're probably not going to follow that because you feel like you're bigger than them. What is this person doing? I mean, they're just running a blog. I can do it. I mean, if I learn from them, I become the smaller person, and I'm so not going to do that. And that is your problem. The problem is not motivational speakers. I mean, I'm so confident about this. My confidence can blow the roof right now when saying this to you. That is the problem. What is my advice? Listen to people who have already gotten there, but let yourself also be inspired by people who are still trying to get there. There are people around you who are actively working hard every day. You just look at some people and you're certain that this person is going to be successful in the future. You just know it. I mean, by the way that they live their lives, by the way that they focus on their thing, how much hard work they put into it, you know that this person is going to make it. Those are the people who can accompany you in your everyday journey, and not the people who have made it. The people who have made it will tell you how to get there, but they are not going to be there every day. And when they are not going to be there every day, you keep going and listening to them, but you cannot contextualize the advice that you get from them. So that is what I'm saying. And if you happen to be at the level where you feel like learning from somebody, allowing myself to be inspired by somebody means that I am smaller than them, makes them bigger than I am, wow, you still have a lot to do. You have a lot of work to do. But worry not, DINDZE is here for you. Okay, so if you're still at that level, then I think you're suffering from something we call a fixed mindset. So there's this marvelous book I'm going to recommend for you. I mean, it changed me totally. I only became a truly confident person after reading this book. Honestly. So I'm going to advise you to go ahead and read Mindsets by Carol Dweck. Very nice book. Like it's one of the best that I've read so far. So I'll advise you to go ahead and read that. And when you wake up tomorrow, let yourself be inspired by other people. People around you, not necessarily people who have made it, but people who are actively struggling to make it around you. That was it on today's episode of Dreams to Dollars with DINDZE. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. See ya.